We're live with Anastasia Novikova. She's CEO at Haka Media. She was founder of a couple of companies before that, Next Gen Design, Conformato that I see here. So, serial entrepreneur, originally from the Ukraine. I believe you're in Turkey right now, Anastasia, right?
That's right.
Right. So, tell us a bit more about yourself and what you're up to nowadays.
Well, you described a bit that I'm running my own agency for probably now 13 years. And I did a couple of other businesses like a sales agency, and we were also teaching sales and marketing in Ukraine to all those who were selling abroad to the United States or Europe, so mostly software development houses who are interested in foreign customers. I studied history in university. That's one thing that no one usually expects. And now, besides running the business, I have a daughter whom I'm raising. Like she'll get 2 next month. Yeah, so that's briefly it.
Very cool. And why did you decided to go into entrepreneurship and launch your own agency in first place?
Well, at that time, I worked for a couple of years in Ukraine, and during some crisis period, it was like 2008, 2009. A lot of companies with US roots, they let some people go, and that was pretty challenging time. And I worked in sales, and I imagined that sales people can be more productive if like sales department will be the core of the company. So I got the idea that if we do this, that if we make sales and marketing like the core, that will change everything. So I got this idea. It was like in my head. I kept it, and I talked to a couple of people. I talked to my ex-boss from one of the companies before, and he liked the idea and how I believed in it. So he helped me to test the idea. So and as soon as we got a couple of customers, we decided that that's time to make it a business. So yeah, that's how it started.
And how has it been successful since then? Has it been linear growth in the last 13 years, or has it been a struggle at times?
Well, it was different, and we changed a couple of business models. The sales agency model and the school, they were first working all together. Then the sales agency mostly transformed into the marketing agency. And yeah, of course, different periods of time were different. Sometimes we were growing, sometimes, especially after the war in Ukraine, we we lost a couple of people who had to move to different countries, and some customers. We didn't have that many customers from Ukraine, but still, some of them were also affected by the situation in the country. So yeah, not always the growth and all that nice.
And I see you specialize as well in blockchain and crypto, right? Why take that decision?
In 2016, I believe, a couple of colleagues of mine, they joined the crypto industry, and they asked for some marketing help. So we just decided to try it out. Why not? And they were working for some stable businesses, so it was not some ICOs or something that was pretty unknown. But even at that time, people were a bit afraid to even sign up for some cryptocurrency exchanges. So I remember that. But that was a good decision, and thanks to those people I knew who already joined, we got there like maybe not too early, but I would say pretty early.
Right. And what do you do specifically? What niched out service? Because I see you provide a lot of services, right? Normally, people hire agencies that are the best at one thing. So, what's your approach with that?
We started mostly focusing on content marketing, so we do well creating content, and doesn't matter if it's like for the landing page, for the blog, and for any other platform, like if you want to post it on LinkedIn or on email campaign or whatever. But eventually our customers were also asking for different services. So we started building them on top of the content. And we also do the optimized content for the SEO and all the other different things. But still, most of the things started with the content.
Right. And how do you actually get these clients? What's your go-to-market method?
A lot of them came through people I know or people I worked with, or even from people I knew from the previous businesses or the sales school or the others. Some of them I got from conferences. I traveled to events pretty often, especially for the crypto industry. It works really well. Just meeting people at different events, and once they have a need, we usually start working together. And we exhibited first time last year at one of the events too. So for now, we are still trying different channels and to see which one works best.
And how big is the company right now? How many employees and how many clients?
Well, for the employees, we have less than 20 in-house full-time people. But on top of that, we have also freelancers and part-time employees. That is probably 20 extra people who work for us regularly. And we also have, like, since we work with content and translations, and we cover like pretty much all European languages and Asian languages, this requires a lot of people. So, but they don't work for us all the time. And as for the customers, the number differs. Sometimes we get 25, like more like small and middle-sized. Sometimes we get 10, 15, but bigger ones. But most of the customers, they work with us. Like we have some of them with us since 2016, so they don't leave often or regularly.
And why don't they leave? Why is your churn low? What's your recipe here? Why don't they just hire someone or outsource it to an AI agent, for example?
Well, for a lot of competitive markets like cryptocurrency market or for the software development, the AI still can't compete well if just like you create a content with ChatGPT, or even if you provide your own insights and everything, still Google is pretty good at understanding how machines generate content. And even if you adjust it, and even if you use your own like blueprint for the content, still we experimented with that. It didn't work well. I believe it will change, but for now, this is still pretty challenging to get good AI content working there. Sometimes on some like lower competitive keywords, it might work, but most of the companies, they don't want to compete for those. For the churn, I just say we try to build good relationship with our customers. We care about their business, and probably this is also one of the issues why we are not growing as fast as we could and as other agencies are growing. But we try to be a bit deeper in customers' business, like we are in our own. So, and this helps to keep these customers longer with us.
And how have you seen blockchain and crypto as of late? I mean, Bitcoin price has never been higher. There's been Trump in power and so forth. Has that created a surge in your business?
Well, it is usually impacting businesses of our customers, since we still work a lot with cryptocurrency exchanges. Their business is improving during these times. And when the exchange rate is going lower, then and interest of people is also going lower, and they don't just want to buy crypto more. They are like not less happy at those times. So this is usually helping them maybe increase budgets. And for a while, we were also doing PR, and we worked also on forums, on crowd marketing. At those times, when the exchange rate was rising, we had the most of the work. So a lot of people were coming, and usually support departments were having struggles because they couldn't process all the requests and all. So that was pretty good time for us.
How did you and the company survive the war in Ukraine? How did you adapt to that?
Well, I was luckily at exactly the day when the war started. I was not in Ukraine. I was already living most of the time in Turkey, but I was coming to Ukraine regularly. We had to keep all the people at home because when they woke up, they were still asking, should we go to office or not? And lots of them, like, I'm coming originally from Kharkiv, so that city is still pretty much not the most safe in Ukraine. But lots of people, our employees, they left Ukraine or they went to some safe cities on the west. We tried to keep them, like, to keep communicating, but we reduced number of meetings, and also we tried to follow the situation, because first it was more or less stable with the electricity, but the winter time was pretty challenging, starting the first year. Yeah, we just tried to keep people. We tried to support them. We didn't have that many options to help them move around, but still we were trying to talk and understand how we can help. Some people left to other countries, and unfortunately, especially in Europe, if you have kids, if you want to go to kindergarten, if you want them to go there, you have to have some local employee employment. So that is why a few people left. But we kept also hiring in Ukraine and kept supporting people there. And all of us, both them and us, we learned a lot how to manage all the situation, how to manage workload, their availability, and all the other stuff.
Give me your tips about content nowadays. Can I just use AI and scale my SEO? And is it still about SEO if everything's going to LLMs right now and ChatGPT search results?
Well, definitely AI is already helping, and there are a lot of tools that use AI like specifically for some tasks, to research the market or to research the competition or to research top search results. This helps a lot, but still you need someone, and a marketing analyst or someone who can work with this data, because just AI still can't compete with all the search results that are already there in place. But a lot of tools are getting better, and with LLMs and competition, there still, when you research and when you read even how people are like getting recommended by ChatGPT, even if you ask, okay, ChatGPT, how to make you recommend me to other people, if they ask, it will still tell you need to be mentioned on some top media or by some top media in some articles in Wikipedia or somewhere else. So like you still need to have content about you over the internet, and this needs to be like in top media. Usually the content is produced only by journalists, not an AI yet. So we still have like some way to go when AI will keep helping and doing more and more. But like human help and expertise is still pretty important. And you are still muted.
Interesting. Thanks. Should I produce content more on my website or just LinkedIn? Because these AIs search results scrape LinkedIn a lot nowadays. They scrape YouTube. They seem to discriminate a bit less with like direct website content. So should I just publish pretty much on YouTube or high authority platforms like LinkedIn? Is this content going to be indexed by LLMs as well as my website?
Well, they don't only trust your own website. That's the thing. So like even if you keep running your website and producing content for it, for the LLM to recommend you or to recognize you, they need this third party's content. So LinkedIn content can help, YouTube content can help, but also having interviews by Forbes or other top media or other people, or even podcasts like that with others. This is still something that can help LLMs also recognize you as a professional or as a specialist.
Right. So, what are your top goals for the rest of this year? What do you want to focus your time on?
Well, we have a few efficiency goals inside of my team, which I'd like to focus on. So even like with the workload we have right now and with the team we have right now, we have some. We can be more efficient. Definitely, we can deliver more and we can do more. And that's the thing that I want to focus on in the nearest time. And also, there are a couple of events I want to join later this year to keep testing a few approaches we have for generating new customers. Yeah, briefly, these are the goals.
Well, Anastasia, thanks for your time today. Where can people find out more about you?
Definitely on LinkedIn, on my LinkedIn profile, you can search for Haka Media Agency. We are updating our website and still more pages and services to come. Yeah, if you are visiting different events in Europe, you can see us. Last time we were on Sigma on Malta, and probably will join this conference in Rome later this year.
So it's Anastasia and Charles for another founder